My name's Kenesha and I'm from Chirulway Mob in northeast Tassie. Although I've grown up in Melbourne my whole life. I study osteopathy at RMIT and I chose that course because I want to give people a better quality of life.
Hi, my name's Adam Siki. I am a Torres Strait Islander man from the eastern islands of the Torres Strait, which is the Marian people. I chose to do a Bachelor of Nursing at university because I love looking after people.
I knew I wanted to go to uni from a young age, I just didn't know what I wanted to study. When I found my passion, it made it a lot easier and I was so much more motivated to get in. My parents came to this uni as well and that made it like a definite choice and I knew what I was getting into. My mum actually studies at the same university right now. So I looked into many pathways to get into my course. I was a little bit worried that I might not have the scores that I needed, and it was very good to know that many universities have access programs to help you get into the course that you want. Specifically RMIT and the Negara Willem Centre, who contacted me, and I got to have an interview with the head of the course and I got to speak to him about my goals and my future in the course.
There are many scholarships available for Indigenous students, like accommodation scholarships, book support scholarships, even flight scholarships. The main benefits of getting scholarships is sort of having a smaller stress-free life. I don't have to look at getting an income when I move down here. I could come down and live without having a job because my rent was paid for me. Also, there has been like government funded support like App Study, which like goes to living allowance and stuff, which comes in like fortnightly for me. I was introduced to that through my Indigenous liaison officer, and my advice for Indigenous students applying for universities to get in contact with the university's Indigenous support unit. Like for me, it was the Negara Willem Centre. They helped me look for scholarships that were still available for me because I was a bit late on applying for scholarships. They also kept me on track of like making sure I got my like applications in on time and kept checking up on me and all that, so they really provided good support.
Moving from high school to university was quite stressful in the beginning. University is a lot more independent than high school. You get to make your own timetable, and I also have to balance uni with work and my social life and my sporting commitments. So that becomes a bit hard sometimes, but it's definitely, there's always support. I overcame difficulties when I first began because I sought support. I got support from teachers, from staff members, and from friends and family as well. If you're struggling, whether it be in uni or your personal life, there are many supports on offer here at RMIT through the Negara Willem Centre. If it's academically, financial or personal.
I reached out to the Negara Willem Centre for help on accommodation, and they told me about the place that I'm staying at, which is located on the campus that I would be studying. And that's sort of the reason why I chose it, because for me it was closer to my campus and I could like literally walk to lectures and stuff. The RMIT accommodation that I'm living at, which is on campus, was really good for me because I'm an independent liver. I love to live on my own. I love learning to do things by myself. So here I have to like cook for myself, clean for myself, and it sort of taught me how to be on my own.
I attend and participate in as many events as possible. ITAS is the Indigenous tutoring service offered across all universities. I became an ITAS tutor when I overheard a student saying that they needed help for a particular subject, and it all started from there. I really wanted to help him out and make sure that he passed his courses. I attended Indigenous uni games and I met wonderful people on that. Recently we had a movie night watching an Indigenous film at Negara Willem Centre. They're a really good opportunity to get to know the other Indigenous students at the university.
A simple thing as community, like that's the one thing we all share. Like we all have that sense of community. We all treat each other like we're family, and it's amazing.
What I love about the Negara Willem Centre the most is that it feels like a second home. There's a kitchen there, there's couches, there's computers, and there's always food there if I'm hungry.